Okay, everybody, as you can see, I'm working on a new desk. I have some new lighting, so hopefully you'll be able to see the drawings a lot better now that I've made some improvements. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with drawing our peace pigeon. And what we're going to do is we're going to show the pigeon flying in the air, and that's what's going to represent movement. And it's just going to be implied movement, like I talked about in the presentation, meaning that the bird is not going to have any other explanation of movement other than the wings being up in the air. So let's start with drawing the bird. Now, in the independent practice, you will see that there is a how-to guide, step-by-step. It has 6 different steps on how to draw the basic outline of our pigeon. So if you need to look at that while you're drawing, you can load that up on your computer, look at that, or you can just follow along with what I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is it says oil pastel in the instructions. Obviously, we don't have oil pastel, so you're just gonna use your colored pencil or your crayon, whatever coloring supplies you have at home, that's what you're gonna use. So you're gonna place your writing utensil about halfway up the left side. Now, you don't want to go all the way over, so like it says in the instructions, 2 fingers away from the edge. Okay, so you're gonna start up here, okay, and you're gonna go and you're gonna swoop down to make a big letter U, and you're gonna come up over here. Now, it's okay if it's not perfect. See, I know mine looks close to the one in the drawing, but remember, I practiced this. And if you don't like it, you can always draw it again. Practice it as many times as you need to. But remember, is this taking up most of my paper? Absolutely. So that means that yours needs to do the same. So the second step, it says to, on the left end of your line, which is this side, because we make a letter L with our hands, curve around to create the pigeon's head. So it's just a half circle. So we're going to come up and create a half circle. Now it says from the head, draw a curved line up to the back of the paper. Now, if you're like me and you have a tendency to make mistakes, take a scrap piece of paper. Now, what the scrap piece of paper is going to do is keep you from drawing on your table or your desk. So I just got a new desk and I really don't want to draw on it. So I'm going to do that instead. Okay, so it says from the head, draw a curved line up. Now, I'm not drawing all the way down here because I don't want a super skinny pigeon. This is supposed to be the wings up in the air. So I'm going to, if you look at it, it does a similar shape, but they are very far apart. So we're going to come down and we're going to go up. And you can make adjustments where you need to. And then on the end of this, you're not going to connect it to this part because that's actually going to do something else. Over here, you're going to create, you know, your feather shapes, however many you draw, okay? And then they're just bumpy lines for wing feathers, okay? You're gonna draw a sideways U for a leg. Now, it already added this line in. It doesn't explain where it goes or why it's there, other than it's there's a straight line there that shows kind of where the wings stop and go. So it doesn't explain to you why you need to draw that, but you do. So from here, so it looks like we're gonna draw from here and we're gonna connect underneath, and it's just gonna be a straight line to kind of show the tail. And it says add a sideways U for a leg. Now remember, you can always turn your project. We don't need this anymore, so I'm gonna put that over here. You can always turn your project to where it fits better for you. So we're drawing a sideways U. So back here, so the leg's supposed to look like it's behind it. And then so about right here, we're gonna draw a U shape, and that's gonna make the leg. And they drew this very odd shape for the foot. So however you think a bird's foot should look, I'm gonna try to copy what they drew. So it looks like they drew like a curved line up, and it came back down like this, Made a little pointy for the bottom of the foot. It looks kind of like a hook. Close enough. Okay, so let's turn our paper back. And we're going to draw the beak and the eye. Now I know it says you can glue on an eye like a googly eye. If you have googly eyes at home, you can glue it on there, but you might not, so don't worry about it. So just draw a circle and then make a dot in the eye. And it does matter where you position the dot when you do this. If you put it in the center, it might make it look kind of creepy. So if you put the dot for the pupil a little bit closer to where the face of the bird would be, because remember this is sideways, it makes a little bit more sense and it doesn't make the bird look so weird. And then you're gonna come out and do an open beak. And that is your basic drawing for your piece, Pigeon. Now tomorrow we're gonna work on coloring this in, so don't go any farther than this today. You might need to practice it a few times and that is okay. All right, friends, you have a great rest of your day.